What's good, YouTube? It's your boy, straight out of Kimpton here, coming at you with a deck profile analysis of the latest Pepe deck list from YCS Vegas. So I'm here with, my name is Pedro, right of me to Mitro. Who else have we got here in the call?
I'm Isaac Thotty, Phone Booth. Who else we got?
It's Frank the Tank, Frank the Bank, Frank the Crank. Hit me up.
And the fish, Carter.
Finding Carter. It's the third.
Finding Carter.
It's the third movie. Don't tell anyone. It's going to be a trilogy.
Trilogy. Confirmed.
So, did you get second place?
Yeah, second place.
Second place, Mr.
Don't call my name, don't call my name, Alejandro.
Don't call my name, Alejandro Lopez.
Yep.
So, what? The list looks pretty standard. I mean, do you want to begin? Like, what do we got here first?
So the 3 Master, 3 Vector, no Rescue Rabbit, which is pretty interesting. If you're playing 3 each of the normals, that's.
Do people play like 3 Vector, or 2 Vectors sort of standard?
I'm pretty sure. I think
just
2
play a
Vectors
preference.
standard. Like, if you're playing. He's not playing Painful Decision or Rescue Rabbit, so I don't know why you'd play 3.
Yeah.
Maybe Vanilla's just his favourite flavour.
Possibly. Maybe he just likes drawing bricks.
Yeah.
It's
Or
fun.
he just wants more low scales.
Those girls, okay.
There's like not enough of those already.
He may have been
maybe
trying to get the RSPCA's attention because he's playing 3 Lizard Draw and 3 Guitardle.
Oh yeah.
Alright. And then the Billy Break special, triple eccentric.
Yeah, I don't know about that. Like, I feel like drawing 2 would just be terrible.
Yeah, to me, when going first, like, its only function is as a high scale, but then when you're going second, like, he plays triple MST as well. I just feel that everyone's playing I feel everyone's playing the game of just set up scoldings and set up.
Yeah, like, I feel like
not scoldings are notices. Just hitting a notice.
If you're going first, it just seems like he just has 6 bricks in his deck. Like,
yeah,
it just doesn't seem very strong. But I mean, obviously, it worked out pretty well for him.
Yeah.
So I guess it's pretty standard in the main deck outside of the MSTs and the eccentrics. I prefer like Upstart. I guess is pretty good.
Upstart's good.
Yeah, Upstart's
I think everyone should be running Upstart, honestly.
Upstart is like essential, to be honest.
I prefer playing Chicken Game, but I guess it's the same thing in theory.
Consistency is just one very important thing for deck building, and Upstart just gets you there.
What are your thoughts on 5 counter traps instead of 4, and the 5th being Scolding?
I think that's a strong bout of like autism. Like, tried too hard to be good, and then thought maybe a 5th counter trap. I don't know why.
So you wouldn't be playing 5?
5. No, I think 4 is perfect. I don't see any reason to add the 5th one.
I feel like Scolding, like
What do you think of Scolding as a card?
I think it's awkward. Like, if you're already playing triple MST and triple Wavering Eyes, like if say you're playing a mirror match, like what if you just draw like an MST? Like, you can't set it along with this. I don't know.
It sounds like it's running too many conflicting cards with the Scolding.
Yeah.
I just think Scolding's out of place. This deck list is like not too bad.
But Scolding can also be it's like a better version of Strike.
Well, I think they're using Scolding for things like Regeki, because the Draco version just like loses to the Regeki.
That's obviously really strong.
Yeah, but then at the same time, if you're playing the Scolding, your opponent has to pick the Scolding when you reveal it, so you can't exactly always search it.
Like if they have the Regeki, they're obviously not going to choose the Scolding.
Yeah, you're gonna pick the Scolding. Like, it just doesn't make any sense.
Yeah. So that's the main deck pretty much wrapped up. It's pretty good, I guess. There's a lot of things that.
What about the triple lizard draw, double turtle?
Oh
It's a bit too many. Maybe play other performer pals.
Yeah, I mean, all the lists we've been playing has been 1 turtle, 2 lizard draw, right? That's what is pretty standard with us.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like, I think I really like Silverclaw as a card, as like that's like another high scale.
I like Silverclaw because it gets over Dark Destroyer. So Dweller Silverclaw seems like another fucking sick out.
And it also is like an easier way to make Key Beetle and Nightmare. which are just like super strong cards.
And
Yeah.
Silver Claw is also another like recurring pendulum that you can special summon like every single turn.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it can keep getting over the Dark Destroyers, which is sick.
So like I can see if you're not playing a Silver Claw, I definitely would want at least 4 high scales because I think 2 Lizard Draw and 1 Turtle isn't enough if you're not playing Silver Claw.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
You can just play like
yeah, I think 3
instead
Lizard
of
Draw.
like 3. Instead of 3 Lizard Draw, just like play 2 Lizard Draw, 1
Yeah.
Silver Claw.
I think that's definitely too much, especially since like there's not even any rank 3s to make any use of it. Like I feel like you just brick a lot of the
Yeah,
time.
exactly. Like,
Yeah,
just being able 3s just sucks.
Yeah.
It really sucks.
Yeah, it's
Even
interesting
eccentric
that,
3 sucks.
I think it's interesting that he's not playing a rank 3 in the extra deck, considering he's playing like,
It's like 6 level 3s.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, at least Break Sword, because it's
Yeah.
like got some sort of use.
Alright, so moving on to the side deck, we have 2 Gameciel. It's pretty much seems like it would just straight up be for the Super Quantum deck.
Yeah, they hit the Quant deck.
The
You
hit
need
the
to
Quan,
cut the cut.
the Michael
When he hits the
Delacock.
Quant, you gotta hit it a bit harder.
Do you know
Michael Delacock.
Yeah, Michael Delacock.
Yes.
The Turbo. Because people were also playing. Do you know the rank 4 Super Quantum dude?
Oh, yeah.
You
Yeah.
can also play him to flip the dude face down because he is affected by Super Quant cards.
Oh,
So that's pretty.
that's very handy to know. I might play that one.
Yeah. But I mean, you have to be able to make 2 rank 4s and like because they can just shuffle the rank 4 in, obviously, using its effect. But it is still it still can come up and be quite useful. It's definitely like more accessible than having to draw the kaiju.
True.
Yeah.
3 Max C, 1 Ghost Ogre. Seems like they work pretty well in tandem with each other.
One Ghost Ogre? Yeah, one Ghost Ogre is a perfect number. I don't think you should ever run more than one.
I mean,
Because
I think it's like specifically just there so that like if he's using Max
If you-
C, he's not going to
Take the
just
Max
die.
C challenge. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, like,
exactly.
If you start in
Max
Max C against Mermail, like it's usually just pretty shit because they're just going to kill you anyway. But if you can Max
But what
C-
about in the mirror match? It seems like he puts it in the mirror match.
Oh yeah,
when
of
he
course.
goes
Like,
second.
of course you put it
Yeah,
in
of
the mirror
course you
match.
put it in.
Yeah, but is it good? Because I remember last format it was really good, like pre-adjusted list. But has it changed? Like, is it still really good?
Yeah,
If your opponent can kill you, he will still kill you through Maxi.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the problem
okay.
with Maxi.
It's better against. It is better against things
When
like.
you have Maxi, you just when you start in Maxi and Ghost Ogre, you just hope to draw the Ghost Ogre off the Maxi to stop the push.
Yeah.
It is better against the Dark Pepe versions. So like when they send Zeph, if you just max them there, they're so fucking far behind. You just have to like, take the challenge.
So 2 Dark Hole and a Regeki seems like it would just come in against certainly the mirror match going second. It's really good.
Monarch.
Monarch, yeah.
Maybe. So hold on a sec. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 5. Yeah. No, I thought maybe you could take out like the whole Ariadne engine and put in like Dark Holes and Maxis. That seems like
That's
a
what I've
viable.
been doing. I think it's pretty strong.
Yeah, that seems really good. Yeah, when you go second.
Especially since, I mean, like, you don't want to draw traps going second, especially when they've already made a big board. It doesn't help you.
Yeah.
2 Iron Wall, 3 Master Restrict. Seems like it just works really well with the Key Beetle in his extra deck.
Yeah.
I don't know how good Iron Wall is against Cosmo anymore because they're all just playing the Tin Can Call of the Horned thing.
The study list was it?
Yeah. I don't know how I feel about that.
Yeah. I played Iron all over the weekend with the Key Beetle lock. It always got broken. It was always like siding in like Dark Hole, Regeki, Twin Twisters, all that jazz. So.
Mask of Restrict's definitely good against Monarch, especially if you hit up a Mask of Restrict with a Master Key Beetle. There's no way they're outing that.
Yeah.
The only way
Unless they have like double field spell.
Yeah, they have to double field spell their 28 beater and then make it level 4. But I mean, that just doesn't come up enough.
Can they do that?
Yeah, they can. Do
Yes.
Okay.
But even then,
And then there's another. Yeah, then there's just a one lonesome scolding.
it's like and even then, there's just the one scolding at the end. I don't know really why that
that's
is
in
there. Because I mean,
I think he just had like a fetish for scolding. And just had to have
I was gonna say like having 2 scolding in your deck at all is just like seems like fucking terrible.
Having one's pretty bad, but then having 2, even in a side deck, like what are you sided in against?
I mean, I'm pretty sure I would just like be in love if I saw them both in my opening hand. I'd probably just be playing the best deck ever.
Like it's almost like he's geared it to go second, but
Yeah.
but he's playing so many traps that he really wants to go first.
First.
Yeah.
Maybe he doesn't know where to go. Maybe he's gender fluid.
I could say something really racist right now, but I'm not going to. Moving on to the extra deck. 2 Dinostar is pretty standard now, I think. 2 Dinostar, 2 Ignistar.
I saw someone at the regional play 3 Dinostar. I told him it was crazy.
I mean, the card was really
Yeah,
good.
3 Dinostar is not a bad idea.
It's good, but like when does like 2 barely comes off.
I'm pretty sure like the only reason 2 Dinostar is good now is because people realize how easy it is to make Felgrand, and Felgrand's a really good card.
Yeah, Felgrand is like...
2 Abyss Dweller. I don't know. I guess. I mean, to
Gotta
be
beat
honest,
them
if I was
Tecmos
him,
and Burning Abyss.
if I was him, like that Solemn Scolding in the side deck would just be the second Abyss Dweller.
Yeah, probably.
It's like I sided a second Dweller when I played the
just play
deck.
this second Paladin.
Yeah, probably should play the second Magister.
Yeah, or even just like Dark Rebellion or something. I really like Dark Rebellion.
Like a trapeze or
but a lot of people
something.
don't.
Something like something that doesn't really come up, but you probably should still play it anyway.
I really like Dark Rebellion, but a lot of people aren't playing it, so I guess that's not a big thing.
Yeah. And there's no like Norden as well.
Yeah, that's
I mean,
true.
no Instant Fusion.
Diamond Direwolf,
Pretty
I
standard.
guess,
Standard.
yeah, pretty standard.
I think it's less standard in like these lists.
Yeah,
because,
that's what
like,
I'm thinking.
when are they-
I don't know how good Direwolf is if you're not playing Instant Fusion or like Shadowll Dragon, or like ways to actually get.
Because you're
level
losing,
fours.
like if you're using 2 like level 4 pendulums to exceed to make Direwolf, you're losing the value.
And like at
instantly.
the point that you've made the Direwolf in this deck, like you've already pendulum summoned as well most of the time.
Yeah.
Like
True.
unless you're like normal summoning a Joker and then face offing into a Vector and then making a Direwolf from that, but that just seems really weak.
Well, sometimes that's like the only way to out like
Yeah.
the fragrance. But they always have the second fragrance anyway.
Evil Swarm Nightmare, it's pretty standard, I guess.
Felgrand.
It's a good card.
God.
Yeah, Felgrand we pushed over.
Is Felgrand really that good, like turn 1?
Well, the reason
Like
Felgrand is good is that it gives you a defensive card to use without having the resources to make Nightmare or having to play a trap for Rafelsia. Like, if you just open all of the Draco Slayer cards, you can actually make a really good defensive monster if you play Felgrand.
Yeah.
And
That's what it's like. It's either Felgrand or Lancelot. At
Yeah,
this
but is
stage.
Felgrand, what's better, Felgrand or just leaving up like a Dinostar Ignistar?
Well, I think Felgrand's
Felgrand.
definitely better.
Felgrand is better.
Felgrand. It's like it's very hard for you to
Because
play
it
for
seems
the
that you
mirror
can
to
make
like.
Dinosaur.
Yeah.
I mean, against like Monarch, I think leaving Dinostar up is probably a better idea because they have to like.
Usually you make double Dinosaur and then Nista and the Paladin.
Yeah.
And you just overlay the Nista and the
Oh,
Dinosaur
okay.
for the Felgrand. And you
4,
have, like,
okay. Like if it's like 2 Dinostar and a freaking.
Feral Imps is obviously there. It's pretty standard. Magister standard. Utopia and Utopia Lightning. Obviously, we're going to be playing that once we get them, but we don't have them at the moment.
Yeah.
Australia.
Thanks, Konami.
They're
It's fucking
obviously
shit.
a really good combo there. And the last one is Master Key Beetle, just to work in tandem with the Strikes in his main deck and the Imperial Iron Walls and the Mask of Restrict. So that pretty much wraps up the whole deck. Pretty good. I don't know. I certainly like. I wouldn't have came up with this list myself. I don't know if any of you guys would ever take this exact list to an event. Like, I feel like that's how I judge most decks. Like, if I would have seen it, I would take it into a list myself.
How many rubber chickens out of 10 do you give it, do you think?
Rubber chickens.
Can be cucks out of 10.
Yeah.
I give it. I don't know. I don't want to say it's too bad because we might get cucked over, but.
How many Joker memes out of?
Like, you need to play the deck to see, like,
was almost
how the
there.
deck actually
It
works.
was almost like, I reckon he almost got it right. A few little things like the scolding, little streaks of autism that need to be bred out, and then he'd be close to a 10, but I'd say from here, I'd give him like maybe a 7. Give him a 7.
I give
Seven
him
rubber chickens out of 10.
I give him about 7 trunk flunk clunks out of 10.
Yeah, that seems acceptable.
On a scale of 1 to trunk flunk clonk, he's about a 7.
Right.
Fair enough.
Alright, well, thanks for watching, YouTube. We'll be up with the Ned Salkovich top 16 Cosmo deck profile and a couple of the regional ones from our local regional in Sydney. We'll catch you all later, so say goodbye, guys. Out.
Ciao.
Bye.
Thomas Kimpton's a faggot.